I got to tell you, look, I think that it is very telling that you're seeing not only Hispanics, but independent voters, even women, over 50% of women in this particular poll supporting President Trump and his mandate.
What in the Alligator, Alcatraz? What did y'all need to, y'all don't got the same internet I got? Y'all don't got the same internet I got? Y'all not seeing what Hey, shout out to all of the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. Let me tell y'all a story. There I was, minding my own business, watching Coach D read some people for filth, as he does quite well, mind you. And I see this. Trump approval rating jumps double digits with Hispanics in a month, according to the polls at the beginning of August. President Donald Trump's approval rating among Hispanics has jumped 10 points in a month, polls from the Economist and YouGov shows. Trump has routinely touted positive approval ratings in polling. Declines in these numbers could hinder his political clout in an already highly polarized climate as the 2026 midterms approach. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. No, you're not I seen way too many FAFO video. What was it? We were bamboozled, run amok.
More than betrayed. Beyond betrayed. They used us.
Mass deportation. We didn't land on mass deportation. Mass deportation landed on us? Is that what? I ain't no way.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I am not believe. I believe the ain't no way clip was made for this poll. This from Signal. Karens freak out over ICE raids as Hispanic support for deportation surges. I ain't never heard of Signal. I don't know Signal. And I'm not doing no new friends. No new friends. I don't know Signal. I don't trust that.
I got to tell you, look, I think that it is very telling that you're seeing not only Hispanics, but independent voters, even women, over 50% of women in this particular poll supporting President Trump and his mandate.
What in the Alligator, Alcatraz? What did y'all need to, y'all don't got the same internet I got? Y'all don't got the same internet I got. Y'all not seeing what
Is there a demographic that beyond just general like independence? Like, is there a men under 20, Hispanic women? Is there another group that is problematic for him or hopeful for him?
For Trump?
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing the most Trumpy right now is 30 to 39-year-old men. And the scary part to me is they're 35 points to the right to 30 to 39-year-old women. And he's doing really well with Hispanics. And again, I'm saying like really well, like the sum aggregate of first term, like, because these numbers don't look the same way right now that they did before. But Hispanic and other race voters, that May 22 reading, we had 57% approve. They're polling like 15 points to the right of white voters.
No, I ain't trust Sean Spicer since he had on that lime green frilly shirt when he was on Dancing with the Stars. I don't even watch that. My wife watched that and I was disturbed. It got caught in my peripheral vision while I was trying to record content. It was that bright. It was on the TV in a whole nother room. I'm not doing. Find me somebody trustworthy. This from CNN's polling. Trump approval holds at 48% nationally. Biggest surprise, 54% of Hispanics approve, tied for the highest by group. So we had all them conversations about pointing the finger at black people and they not stand. We had all them conversations when we talked about having the conversation in-house. We talked about dealing with it in-house. We had all, but we supposed to go out there. But we supposed to be out there.
So why do you approve overall of the president's handling of illegal immigration? for those of you who approve of it. Hector, why do you approve of it?
I approve of it because we had for the last 4 years, we've had millions and millions of people that have crossed the border illegally. We've had people that appear on the FBI wanted list that have crossed the border. Gotaways have gone crazy. So you have to do something. In order to do something, and he's only got 4 years to do it, you got to remember that. He's got to take big steps, and that's what he's doing.
Now, I get frustrated sometimes when they interview black folks and they clearly don't fully understand our political system, and they use that as they amplify that as the feelings of the black community. But you mean to tell me who's the president that didn't only have 4 years to do? So by all means, he only got 4 years. So you got to throw the Constitution away because he only got 4 years to do what he want to do. So, you know what I mean? I'm surprised my man is free right now. I honestly, look, you only got one life. You know, you got what was 80 years? You got what, 80, 90 years to do what you want to do. So to hell with any rules, regulations, and laws or precedent. So just do you. I don't know how my man is walking free. I really don't with that kind of mindset and mentality. And as far as the second guy, what part of they can criminalize who they choose to by virtue of the power that you have entrusted in them? Don't you understand? What part of the racial profiling and we will criminalize you if we choose to did you not follow during all the conversation that was had last year about the Haitians who had done nothing and were here legally? Trump enjoys majority support from black and Hispanic voters. Despite billions of corporate media dollars over 10 years has been weaponized to undermine President Trump's standing with the racial billions of corporate dollars. You mean his mouth? Let me fix that for you. Despite Trump's own mouth and actions being weaponized to undermine his own standing with racial minorities, the latest Rasmussen polling shows Trump with majority support from both black and Hispanic voters. Woo, they had me nervous. They had leave it to Breitbart. I've never been grateful for Breitbart. I've never been grateful for Breitbart ever before in my life. But leave it to them to poke a hole in the majority of black and Hispanic Breitbart. They had me nervous. They had me nervous, and it's always somebody go too far. It's always, we've seen it many times before. Everybody having fun with the substitute teacher, giving away with a little bit of line stepping, and then somebody start jumping on and Harlem shaking on top of the desk. Now we all on lockdown. You know, thank you, Breitbart. Because just a few weeks later, I see this. Donald Trump's popularity with Hispanics plummets. Donald Trump is now facing a sharp decline in support among Hispanic voters, according to new polling. This one from Signal. Not the same Signal who called people freaking out over ICE arrest Karens. Not that Signal. That same Signal that talked about Latino support of deportation, now the support has plummeted. Y'all wildin', man. Y'all wildin'. I tell you, hey, this polling has the accuracy of those little cubes we used to play with back in elementary school. These are less accurate than those right there. Which, if I'm being honest, they got my wife's name wrong. They got my number of kids wrong. They got the dog wrong. But I did get married, so there's that. You know, I mean, I did. It's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. Trump's standing with Hispanic voters has weakened over the summer as new polling suggests economic pessimism is chipping away at one of his most promising demographic gains of 2024. Now, here's where we get real crazy. No sooner did that come out, now they come with this one. Republicans are losing Latino voters. Okay, at least we can agree with that one. But Democrats aren't winning them. Support for Donald Trump among Latino voters is falling, but Democrats aren't benefiting from the shift. New polling shows a growing number of Latino voters feel politically disillusioned with both parties and increasingly undecided heading into the 2026 midterms. Did the Democrats pass the big beautiful bill? They opposed that. They opposed. Did the Democrats get rid of all the DEI that helped get representation in all these sectors? No, no, because they were trying to keep and maintain that. Let me see. Were the Democrats funneling money over to ICE in order to better improve their numbers and their ability to profile? No, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. Well, let me see. Will the Democrats push through their ability to racial profile and throw due process on the table? Was that? No, I don't think they did that. I don't think. Did Democrats open up Alligator Alcatraz? Was that them? Was the Democrats walking around with boots and lifts, giving tours to cable news of Alligator Alcatraz, talking about this is where they can talk to a lawyer if they have rights? Was that the Democrats that? No, it wasn't that. It wasn't them. Huh. Were Democrats the one that last year was talking about poison in the blood and call them a bunch of criminals and worse things? And was that the? Huh. No, that wasn't them. Wait, the Democrats the ones that hired the J6ers that had been the J6ers that got pardoned and funneled them into ICE, knowing how they get down? No, that wasn't the Democrats did that. Huh. They basically the same though. You know what I mean? They basically the same. And I had to sit here and have conversations about how it was us that wasn't supporting the movement and the cause. But while many Latino voters are pulling away from Trump, they're not returning to the Democratic fold. A July report from Equus Research found that about 1/3 of Latino Trump voters are now undecided for 2026. Economic concerns remain front and center. 58% of Latino voters, including many who supported the president in 2024, believe he's more focused on culture wars and immigrant crackdowns than on lowering the cost of living. So let me get this straight. You're upset that he's focused on culture wars that target you as opposed to the economy, which has been allowed to flounder. So he's allowed the economy, which to flounder, everybody's excuse for not voting for the black lady. The economy has taken a back burner, has been allowed to flounder. Your excuse has been allowed to languish while he focused on prosecuting you specifically. And you undecided. That might be it. You know what I mean? That might be. You can't help what you want us to do. Yeah, what you want us to do. We've been here for a year saying the same.
So what would be the alternative? Kamala?
Yeah.
You think Kamala would have done a good job? Why? Because she wouldn't deport people? And that's the only thing you stand on? In the entire country, and the way this country's going, deportations are the only thing you should judge a president on? You're crazy. You're so small-minded. We have foreign policy.
The Mexican Americans, they might make it a priority.
Yes.
Right?
But if that's the hill you're going to die on, you should step away from politics.
Because?
We have foreign policy. We have trades. We have people charging us tariffs that we're not paying tariffs. You know what the tariff was from China, Japan, here to us so they can import their goods to us? 15%. Did you know if you try to import one on American corn to China, it's 110, 150%? Before the tariff war, they were taking advantage of us. And dog, I can go all day. People grab a president and hang them on one theme. Dog, there's the economy, there's a stock market, there's foreign policy, there's wars, there's so many things.
Okay, let's start here. I applaud you saying I'm not going to judge him just based on one thing. I would think your own sense of self-preservation, your own sense of not just for you, but for people that look like you, for the pride that you have in trying to establish a place for yourselves and an identity here in America, while being targeted directly. I would think that would be front and center, but it doesn't have to be. There can be many other reasons why you choose to support the man, and you decide to throw your own existence here on the craps table. Hey, do you, player? I give you credit for having the integrity to look past your own demonization to things like, what'd you say, the stock market? He did. He said the stock market. Foreign wars. Remember, isolationists? We're isolationists, right? We don't want to get involved. You mean like that? Well, how about the military coming domestically? Maybe he was like, oh, well, we don't want to be foreign wars. We'll just fight domestic wars. Was it that? You said the economy, right? Economy? Was it? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. What's the next excuse? I would love to hear it.
Homeland security. There's so many things.
Did somebody say Homeland Security? Huh? You said Homeland Security? Try again, dog.
That you have to judge a president on. So if you think, oh, like when people in the comments, that's what you voted for, okay, you think Kamala would have been a better choice?
What do you disagree with Kamala the most on?
There's nothing I agree with her on.
Absolutely nothing.
Or Biden. Nothing. No, dog, there's nothing. Nothing. Like there's not, I can't tell you one thing because there's not. It's non-existent. It's just non-existent. It's that simple.
Okay, you mentioned tariffs. So were you for the original aggressive tariffs, or were you for him pulling them back? Are you for him consistently delaying the tariffs? Is that what you for? Are you for them going aggressively into Gaza, or for them pulling back and then deciding again to go aggressively? Are you for when Trump vowed to disentangle America from foreign wars, or when he decided to bomb Iran? Which are you for? Were you for the big mass deportation raids on the farms, or when he decided to give them a pass because it hurt his buddies? Are you for Doge and cutting out the waste, fraud, and abuse, or are you for when they eliminated all of the Doge cuts and proceeded to fly around and play golf? They call the man Taco because he's not consistent in any decision that he makes. And you want to sit in front of a camera and say you agree with all of it?
Donald Trump's approval rating skyrockets with Hispanics. This is some amazing data. Trump's approval rating among the Hispanic demographic has increased by 22 points in the past month. Trump is on absolute fire. You know, a lot of leftists, they say that if you're Hispanic, you should hate Donald Trump due to all of the illegal deportations. But this assumes that Hispanics are illegal, which most of us aren't.
Who assumes most Hispanics are illegal? Not this. Who assumes most Hispanics are illegal? When I see speak English here, go back to your country, go back to Mexico. A lot of Kamala supporters, huh? A lot of Democrats, a lot of liberals, a lot of progressives yelling, speak English, take our country back. A lot of Harris Walls flags talking about take our country back, right? Who assumes that Latinos are illegal? Not this assumes. Who assumes? That would take you a long way. In fact, let me show you something.
So these immigration and customs enforcement ads for hiring are getting so fucking weird. Like this one right here, it says defend your culture. As if immigration laws should be anything about culture. It's absolutely not. That's just fucking racist. The culture of America has nothing to do with who's coming in and who's leaving. It's about what the principles and values are of our democracy. Due process, freedom of speech, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, things like that, self-determination. So that's one thing. Secondly, they got this other one saying basically no age limit, taking father-son bonding to a whole new level. I just like going through these and reading like the white supremacist coded language. It is blatantly obvious. They're going to get all kinds of fucking horrible, fucked up people applying and getting hired for these positions. Just watch. It's going to come out in the news when something bad happens, and you'll see it all in about 6 months from now.
And sure enough, we get this ICE recruitment ad. Insecure with your masculinity, C student at best in high school, too ugly to show your face, join ICE. Okay, no, that's not the right one. ICE recruitment drive just hit a disgusting new low. The Department of Homeland Security invoked a notorious white supremacist text. Ah, that's right. He did say Homeland Security, didn't he? He did. He did say Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security is once again using their social media account to post blatant callbacks to white nationalist propaganda. The DHS posted a picture of an animated Uncle Sam standing at a crossroads with multiple direction signs. The sign in his hand reads Law and Order, while the signs pointing in every which way read Cultural Decline, Homeland, Service, Invasion, Opportunity. The image is a direct copy-paste of an old 1936 cartoon referencing President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. In the original, the sign Uncle Sam holds reads prosperity, while the others read New Deal, liberty, depression, inflation, and opportunity. What's most alarming is the DHS's caption. They write, "Which way, American man?" A direct reference to the book Which Way, Western Man, written by infamous white supremacist William Gailey Simpson and published by neo-Nazi and National Alliance founder William Luther Pierce. Simpson's book is deeply racist and anti-Semitic, containing chapters titled The Necessity of Eugenics, The Everlasting Truth About Race, and The Doctrine of the Thoroughbred, among others. Now, how is it, if I want to give you the most benefit of the doubt, just happen to be noted white supremacists just writing whole treatises on eugenics? It just so happens. It never just happens to be like a Black Panther. Never. That never just happens. It never just happens to be a black scholar, or it just happened to be a white supremacist and eugenicist. What do you want from? Hey, you know what I mean? You throw a rock, you hit one. So meanwhile, while going on a full calendar year, and it's definitely been longer than that, but going past the calendar year of sitting here and giving voice to the dangers to communities that were being directly targeted by Trump and his rhetoric and his MAGA movement, seeing folks not adhere to those dangers, vote against their own best interests, at least what I think is their own best interest, but then see a ton of the fallout flood the timeline, and then have that not directly inform a complete abandonment of the side that subjected you to that treatment. I don't know what to do at this point, because apparently trying to present the information hasn't worked. Going through the experiences apparently hasn't worked. And just to quote myself from a previous video I did where I talked about the Brown Roundup, how they want to systematically report and seize property from brown families just to transfer wealth over to white folks. So that's stuff we had put out before, and here we are. But just everything that had happened up to this point wasn't enough to get you to at least react based on what's happened in directing how we move forward. You know? What was that, ICE over there? By the way, all you new ICE recruits, I got some It's something you should check out too. They not the only ones.
Hold on. I'm sorry to start the video like that, but I can't believe y'all let ICE play in y'all face like that. Now, as someone who knows a little bit about, how it works when you do any type of job with the government, you always read the fine print. Always read the fine print. So y'all out here thought that y'all was gonna get $50,000 as soon as you put pen to paper. So all y'all jumped at the chance. I'm gonna go be a part of ICE. Not realizing, because you didn't read the fine print, that $50,000 bonus was only for returning ICE agents. Returning ICE agents. New recruits, y'all ain't get nothing. And then on top of that, you don't even get it all at once. They broke it up in increments. And it's a 3-year contract. So once you sign on that dotted line, you locked in for 3 years. Three of them things. Y'all got Dean Cain Superman 3 years on the ICE hunt. He don't even get that $50,000 bonus. You been out of work for a while, brother. I know you needed it too, and you ain't even getting it. Hey man, with so much going on, y'all got to forgive me. I got to get my laughs in while I can.
That's right. That's right. They not taking care of nobody out here. And we knew. They told you what happened. As a matter of fact, the people been suing this man for decades. They told you what happened. Yet here y'all go. I don't know. Maybe he'll change at 85. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. And I want to give you a quick warning moving forward. You may look at the runtime of my videos and see a 2 or maybe even a 1.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I can't do it, player. I can't do it. No, I need a hard 30 because I put you on so that my granny can go to sleep. And I need a hard 30 so that I can sneak out the house. I can't do the 15 and the 20 and the 25. Nah, that don't work for me.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Well, I listened to you guys when you told me that you wanted more content.
You tripping, bro. You tripping.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Anybody else? No, that is literally the opposite of what you said. Wait a minute. Are you doing the MAGA thing? He doing the MAGA thing when he say something and he mean the complete opposite. You ain't slick.
Wrong.
Well, part of my thought process in determining what videos to make is whether or not I can get a whole episode out of it. So in many instances, there are so many videos that could have been made that didn't because I needed them to be a certain length. And quite frankly, that's stupid. And it makes me feel cold on the inside.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Not as cold as I'ma be if I'm stuck in the house with Granny. I can tell you that right now. Well, look, hey, if you said it's gonna be more content, that means it's gotta be more videos, huh? That's what you said.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
So that means there will be more videos. So there'll be more BOGO days where I release multiple videos on a single day, as I just did this past weekend. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and you turn on your notifications because you won't want to miss these premieres. And I'm also working on an audio feed, which is, by the way, already set up over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Reese Waters. So those of you that are interested in a podcast format can get that content that way as well. I can work with that. No, I can work with that. Yeah, because I can put on the audio and they can just roll from one episode to the next. So that's cool. So no, we good. But you still ain't told me why your mustache is sitting so far from your lip.